Hello and welcome to the episode of Micro Podcast. And with me is an amazing guest all the way from Gujarat, Fatima Dhafrani, ma'am. Hello and welcome, ma'am.
Thank you so much, sir. Hello to you and hello to all the viewers that gonna watch our podcast. I'm super excited to, share my insights over here. Thank
I
you.
am looking forward, Fatima, ma'am. And something amazing, this whole idea of traveling classroom is about connecting educators across India. And I find absolutely amazing your profile. You have coach, coach, coach in everything you do. You are a storytelling coach, you are a life skill coach, you're a soft trainer. Tell me about the coach part in you.
Beginning my journey, the teaching is in my blood, right?
Uh-huh.
So now I am into all these things that people often wonder, how do you manage these things? So coaching is something that I do thoroughly through my heart, and I feel most alive when I am in the classrooms or with the students online. I started my career by teach with the sorry. So I started my career teaching to the students of college. So I was the
Mm-hmm.
youngest professor at Parul University, where I was catering to the Parul University's engineering students, where I started teaching communication. And then for the 1 year, after next year, I started teaching public speaking online. And today I have students all over from India. And
Wow.
after public speaking, somewhere or the other, I found my interest in storytelling as well. So I started that journey as well. But today now I am teaching to the all age students from pre-primary till working professionals, and I love being with them. And to flex a little, I am being favorite of to whosoever I teach. So
Well,
that's
I am
why I love
sure.
teaching and coaching.
I love the way you put it. I think there is also a poetry in the way you see, and I see you are an established poetress, which is interesting. I
Yes.
mean, I always believe, Fatima ma'am, that someone who loves poetry makes excellent educators. What's your thoughts on that?
Of course, because the poetry is such a field, or we say art is such a field which is full of creativity and full of emotions and feelings.
Mhm.
So when art and teaching comes together, it creates magic like anything. So now,
Wow.
talking about my journey of this poetry, I was a commerce student till 12th.
Mhm.
And
Okay.
then somewhere or the other, that teaching is in my blood, is in my mind as well. So my dad was like, do whatever you want to do. But I was like, I want to become a teacher. Till 12th, I had in my mind teacher. And then when I started my college, my undergrad of bachelor's in English literature, thoughts changed. When I was fully into this literature, my professors influenced me so much that I started writing. And this writing ultimately led me towards being a published poetess. So in second year itself, my two of the poetry were published. And again, to flex a little, it was published on the first page of the anthology, where there were 100 plus poets across India. And two of my poems were on the first two pages. So from then, after writing, I became a spoken word artist as well. Throughout Baroda, I was like performing in open mics, online events, and still now it continues.
Oh, this is
And I
amazing. So
inspire my
we've got our
students
own.
as well to write. Yeah,
So we have education fraternity has her own Niab Mida. I think she's very, active on Instagram.
yes,
So
my
I grew up
favorite poet.
reading. So she, some amazing poems are coming across. I heard amazing. I think there's a sense of philosophy and poet in Gen Z, the millennials. I grew up
Yes,
reading a
yes.
lot of Keats, Milton, Robert Frost. What are your poems about? What do you write about? What's your poems about?
Yeah. So I write about love, friendship, and nature and life. So
Wow.
whenever I'm a keen observer, whenever I observe something, I just start writing. Until and unless I don't write, my head feels heavy and there is some anxiety or overthinking goes on. And once I start my pen, everything like shuts down and there
That's
is
flowing
complete
through.
silence.
Interesting. So
Sorry?
this is wonderful, the way the thoughts flow. So observational poetry is something wonderful. And I also picked up something from your LinkedIn. And this is wonderful. So I'll just pull this up, just share the screen for a minute. And
Okay.
now I know when you say you're a young, professor in a college, look at you. You are being awarded at this function in Ahmedabad, the CEO of Saffron English School in Mudra. We all know about the port, about the work that's happening. Tell me about your education journey, being a CEO of a school, this program. What are you expecting? This is amazing. Congratulations, first of all, Fatima, ma'am. You're making
Thank
us
you so
proud.
much.
Let's go ahead. I mean, that's
Thank
smart. I love the way the camel, the entire poster is so flexing, as you said the word.
you. So this program is all about that education summit and the leadership summit, right? And it
Uh-huh.
is being held in Gujarat. So now in this one, all over like principals, vice principals, the provost, chancellors from the university and from the school, all the
Mhm.
educators will be coming over here, and there will be round table discussion on the topic from smart classroom to intelligent campuses. So there we
Okay.
will have a discussion about how we can turn the classrooms into the intelligent campuses, because now in this
Right.
age we can see everyone is having smart classrooms, right? The
Right.
projectors, the online classes, and everything is there. Now how we can contribute to the education, to the society, from turning these campuses to the intelligent campuses, that's what we are going to have a discussion on. And I'm super excited to see what all my seniors are going to have. And so far, wherever I have seen the speaker's profile, so
Mhm.
two of the persons are there who are the um, pro vice chancellor and registrar from the university I'm pursuing
Wow.
PhD. So it is
Oh,
really a
okay.
proud moment for me to sit between them and share my thoughts. So that is the thing.
Fantastic. So
And
this
I
is
guess I'll
amazing,
be the youngest over the table, and I'm a little bit scared for that.
No, no, I think being nervous, having butterflies is good enough, but we'll soon see a doctor,
Yeah.
Fatima. Tell me something. You
Yeah.
already CEO of a wonderful school, fingers crossed. What is that one thing schools are doing right, ma'am? And what is that one thing you would love to see a change in the schools?
Okay. So the one thing that I have been noticing so far is that there is a shift, that schools are not being limited to this traditional thing,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Okay.
Uh,
Yes, yes.
but still, there
So
is a, and we are completely shifting towards holistic development, where we
true.
are just not focusing on the marks or the traditional teaching way. Right now, this holistic development is in a way where students are being encouraged to get into collaborative learning, to get into creative projects, right, to share their opinions. And even in the many schools, I can see there has started moot courts, the UN,
Yes.
the MUNs, Model United Nations, where
Wow.
students actually participate themselves, represent a country. And even the parliaments, they are being like considering themselves as the leaders and the political leaders and all that. And I guess this is the best way to empower students, because in this age we really need good speakers. We need students with the higher thinking ability, not just the one who are just sitting and just mugging up the things and preparing themselves for exam. Right, we need the
Super.
competitive students who actually could contribute to our society. So that is the best thing the schools are being doing, that is holistic development. And the one thing that I would like to see changes in the school is that how we measure success. Somewhere or
Okay.
the other, still parents are having that thinking that still marks matter, right? I have seen a lot of parents who are thinking कि like मेरे बच्चे को बस 100 और 100 आना चाहिए, या फिर बस
Right.
मेरा
Right.
बच्चा अच्छे नंबर से उससे ज्यादा मार्क्स आने चाहिए मेरे बच्चे के. So this is
Right.
where we demotivate our child. But I want that their thinking should change. That how we measure success. It's not just the marks. It's how your kid is being, contributing to society or contributing to the development of a nation. So that is more important. Plus, the second thing, that is many teachers are still following this traditional methods. Like they
Mm-hmm.
come, go, teach,
Yes.
and that's
Yes.
it. But what I whenever I take teacher training sessions, I like suggest them or facilitate them with one thinking, that you should reach to the hearts of your student.
That's
And
so
that my father has taught me, that you
wow.
don't just go into the brain, like
Mind.
class mein gaye padha ke nikal gaye. No, it's not just limited to syllabus. Reach
Yes.
to the hearts of the students, and then only you will be able to get into their minds. So my upcoming book is
Beautifully
also on them,
summarizing.
reach the hearts of the students through their mind.
Wow,
So
I'll be
that
looking forward to a signed copy, Fatima, ma'am, from you now for your upcoming book. Yes,
yeah.
this is, so, I'm just summarizing what you so eloquently said, and a poetess in you talks about the heart. I have a friend who says "Unchai, Sachai, or Achai," and this is, I represent a large community of homeschoolers across India, and one of the things that they always have said that why aren't schools becoming an all-round development? And this is exactly what you said:
Correct,
model UN, parliaments, public speaking, mental health, even philosophy and poems. I mean, it makes a heart softer and tender. And
correct,
I
correct.
love the idea, Fatima, but are you looking the entire part of a CEO, the way you're talking about it, you should be traveling to most cities and schools because today is a data-driven world. Netflix, Facebook, everything. And we aren't collecting enough data to tell where a child can excel in. So this is
Correct.
this. I want to hear about your transformation. From when did this Papa Ki Pari, who was doing a BCom, suddenly become an educator and a school CEO? When did that what was that moment that defined you or mentors you met? कैसे हुआ ये सब फातिमा?
So it started with moving towards a different city. So you told this पापा की परी, but I would say मम्मी की क्या बोलते हैं, मम्मी के
लाडली?
पीछे पीछे चलने वाली लड़की. I
अच्छा,
would say that
okay,
because
nice.
I've never stepped out of my home till I was in 12th. I wanted everywhere, like even if I go to a shop, I want my mama. That's it. So
Nice.
when my dad was like, you have to move to another city to pursue your education, and I
Mhm.
was like, let's see. But he was the like guiding and biting force, like go, go, go. And when
Okay.
I started my journey independently, that's where this like spark or shift came in. That's where I thought like I should be independent. I should pursue my own dreams. I should do whatever I do in career. It should be self-driven, not like what my parents would say or my other family members would say. So that's where the shift came from. And I already told you that teaching is in my blood. So I
Mhm.
always wanted to become a teacher. But when I saw my professors influencing a lot to the students,
Uh-huh.
and especially I got a lot of guidance from them and personal attention as well. So that's where I thought like a professor hi banungi, that's it. So after
Wonderful.
completing my masters in English language teaching, that's like it's all about that how you teach, how you know what are the pedagogies and everything. So then after completing my masters, I directly got my job before even I got my result. So that was
Okay.
Parul University that believed in me and that believed in my capabilities without even experience. Like 22 years old girl, what she will do, how she will manage the classes, what experience she has. She has nothing. But they
Right.
believed in me, my skills, and my ability to
I
like
think
express my ideas and thoughts. That's
well,
where I
you are
started my
such an
journey. And this,
inspiration, Fatima ma'am, to a lot of people, young people listening. This is an inspiration that your parents should be so proud of you. I mean, you put them on the pedestal, you're following their footsteps, and then right university, good degrees. We want
yes,
educators like you, where people, when they see there's a confidence. Okay, my last question is a micro podcast, and I promise you, when I meet people, I want to do a master class, 1 hour deep dive in person. So मैं आ रहा हूँ गुजरात. थोड़ी थोड़ी गुजराती आवड़े छे. So I'll start learning more from you.
done.
But tell me, if you were to tell one skill that our students today should learn, what would that skill be?
I would definitely say communication.
Lovely.
Why?
Mhm.
Because we are having a lot of students who are expert, who are rankers, who are most intelligent. But when it comes to communication, somewhere or the other, there is this hesitation which is
Right.
stopping them. Though they're
Okay.
having a lot of ideas, they're having a lot of creativity. So one skill is communication. Communication is not just about speaking, but it's
Mhm.
about being a good listener. We need a good
Okay.
listeners as well.
Okay.
The effective listening plays very important role in our life. And then it's about expressing themselves, not just in speaking, but in writing as well. So we need good
Yes.
writers, we need good listeners,
Wow.
and being empathetic. So when you are into communication, you learn all these skills, and
Mhm.
this helps you to develop yourself more and explore life. So that's my take on it.
Somehow, I always have this, the way you express is so poetic. I mean, I have to go back to the established poetess in you because so beautifully you added not just communication but empathy. I have a professor in IIT Delhi, professor would always tell us, Professor Chaudhary would say that world-class education without world-class morals, dil mein koi dard nahi hai, will make world-class criminals. He said, so communication,
Correct.
empathy, this is wonderful. Fatima, one last question. We said these are 6.5 questions podcast. So एक fun question रहता
Hmm.
है. If you had a
Okay.
choice to read every book in the world or to watch
Hmm.
every movie documentary in the world, ये दोनों में एक साल के लिए आपको ऐसा ऑप्शन मिला गया, which one would you choose and why?
Of course, books. Because
Wow,
I'm a
you're
big
my best friend
a
now.
big and huge book lover. I'm having my own library. Even my dad is having his own library in the house. So
Nice.
books, it conveys more emotion, makes you think about it. We get into deeper layer of
Mhm.
feelings and understanding. While in documentary, yeah, documentary is good. We
Good,
can
good.
see the visualization concept. वो वहाँ पे हमारा दिमाग नहीं चलता. हम सब देख रहे हैं. We are
Right,
passive
right.
listeners or viewers. But when you are into reading, you are active thinkers, you're active creativities and all these things. So definitely books. And yeah, I would suggest few books as well.
Hi, this
My
is
favorite
my dream question. Please go ahead.
My favorite book is Believe in Yourself. So there was this time when I was feeling so low, I was feeling depressed, to like I was like, मैं कुछ नहीं कर रही. But this book, Believe in Yourself by Joseph Murphy, is the best book, and everyone should read it.
Oh,
And then there
okay.
is other two book by this um, Do Epic Shit, and there is Get Epic Shit Done by this
Ankur
the
Warkop?
Shark Tank.
Ankur
Yeah, Ankur
Warkop?
Wad.
Yes. Oh,
Ankur
lovely.
Wad. So that is the best book, and recently, which I read in just 15 days, which is Too Good to Be True. As I am
Okay.
poetic, I am very delulu. So this is book by Prajakta Kohli, and this
Oh,
was the
nice.
first book that I completed in one go. So you should read. These are the four book recommendations, and yep,
Thank you so much. I
so
love
good.
the way there's a Gen Z in you where Dilulu comes in. There's a Prajakta Kohli reader. I mean, I met Ankur Warikoo last year and I was impressed the way he presented himself, the way he
Yes.
put his spreadsheets across. And you gave the right book for the audience who dwells on these heroes on Instagram. So thank you so much, Fatima ma'am. I look forward to meet you in person, but this is absolutely a dream to talk to you and hear your views. Fantastic. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me here. This is my first ever podcast, and I hope people love it and they get something out of it.
How do you
Thank you
say? The
so much.
aura was awesome. You just goated it. Absolutely. I'm trying to be Gen Z lingo.
Same,
Thank
same,
you.
because I have a person like you on the other side. That's the thing.
Thank you. Bye
Thank you
bye.
so much. Bye bye.